Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kay from At Home with Kay, and I love to share my life with you through cooking, cleaning, baking, DIYs, and so much more. And I'm so excited today because I have some Christmas DIYs for you. Yep, I know it's early, but the Christmas spirit is starting around here. So without further ado, let's get into these DIYs. So this first DIY is going to be made from Jenga blocks. These Jenga blocks, I'm telling you, I have so many packages of these, and sometimes I use them, sometimes I don't. Well, I came up with this idea. I wanted to try to make some of those nutcracker soldiers, So I figured I should be able to do this with these Jenga blocks. You can make quite a few different shapes and things out of these Jenga blocks if you're just willing to sit there and just try it out. So I started piecing them together, and I came up with a little pattern because you're going to need the body, you're definitely going to need the arms, and you'll need the head. So I figured if I use, I think it's 9 Jenga blocks, I believe it was, 9 or 8, I should be able to come up with the correct shape for this little soldier. So that's what I did, and I just started gluing the blocks together with my hot glue gun. Sometimes these blocks glue together kind of wonky when you use hot glue, and it's hard to get them straight. So that's the little issue I was having with these, just getting them straight and getting them to lay flat and getting them to piece together evenly. I tell you, it was a struggle. I hope everyone is having a good day today. It is actually Saturday that this video is being posted, and it actually warmed up here in Michigan. It is actually 72 degrees. We went from 30 degrees to 70 degrees in a matter of one day. How crazy is that? And now I'm beginning to wonder, I wonder if I had used wood glue, would I have gotten a better result? What do you guys think? I rarely use wood glue, but I wonder if it would have been better in this case. And now, as you can see, I have that middle section all done. That whole section is going to be his head, body, and his feet. And now I'm gluing on the last 4, which will be his right and left arm. And I'm just trying to get them evenly on both sides. Those are his top arm with his shoulder, and that's how it's joined at like his elbow and on down. And can you see how it looks like a little soldier? I can see it. I see it. I really do. Yeah, and so I made 2 of them. And I have the top part, which will be his head, and his hat, his body, his arms, and the bottom will be his boots. So then where I have the spaces in between where the blocks did not quite join together evenly and left little spaces simply because of the glue, I am going to use some Dollar Tree spackling to just try and fill in those spaces. And that way, when I begin to paint, the paint will lay down smoother. You're going to see, though, at the end that I didn't quite get the result with these spaces that I thought I was going to get from the spackling, but it's okay. This is all fun to me, just doing it for fun. So next I'm going to begin painting, and what I decided to do was first paint it completely white, both of them, and then add my primary colors that I'm going to be using. So how are you guys going to decorate for Christmas this year? What is your style going to be this year? I was thinking this year that I know I want to do peppermint, red and white. I want it to be peppermint candies, red and white striped ribbon, pillows, things like that. And then I'm not sure if I'll do gingerbread men or little gnomes, what I'll do, but I know it's going to be a peppermint theme for sure. What are you guys going to do? Let me know in the comments. So now that I have them all done painted, the white color, I'm going to start painting all of the little details. First, I'm going to start with his hat, and I think their hats are black. I looked on Pinterest to get an idea of what these nutcrackers can look like. Their hats are always black. Well, are black, not always, but they can be black. So I'm starting with the hat. I'm going to paint it black. And then pants are usually royal blue. And then his jacket is red with gold accents, and he usually wears black boots. So that's where I'm going with this right now. And now I'm on to painting the boots with more black. Do you guys know I've never seen the Nutcracker Ballet, like a live performance of it, and I live in the Metro Detroit area, and it's always here, like at least at Christmas time somewhere being played. I really should do that this year, just make a point to see the Nutcracker Ballet. I mean, I love stuff like that, and I don't know why I've never done it. Have any of you ever seen it live? And now I'm going to paint his jacket, and his jacket is always red. I use a really bright red because, that's what I think it should have looked like. I actually use Deco Arts paint in True Red, and it really is a true red. And I am going to attempt to actually paint a face on him, and I hope it turns out right. I'm not very good at painting facial features, and here he is all painted. Of course, I've got to add details, but I will show you what it looks like at the end of the video. So now I have these little wood squares that I got from Dollar Tree. I'm going to use these to make they're going to look like gifts. I'm going to wrap them in ribbon after I've painted them and add some other embellishments. And they'll just like be little shelf sitters or tier tray sitters that I can use during the Christmas holiday. My chalk paint had gotten so thick and stiff. I was at the bottom of the jar, and I had to switch and use my acrylic paint. Is there anything you can do when you get to the bottom and your paint gets like that? Maybe I should have just added just a tad bit of water, and maybe I'll try that and see what happens. So painting this is just so relaxing. I think crafting is so good for your mind. That's the reason I do it. It helps me escape and come to a place where I can focus and think and concentrate. And at the end, I come out with something beautiful that I usually love and I love to share with others. So if you can craft, please do it, or just do whatever you can to make your soul happy. And this is what it looked like after I added the black paint, well, the gray paint or black paint. It gave it some dimension and contrast, gave it that farmhouse look. It actually made it actually look like a piece of wood. I think it turned out quite well. So next I'm going to start putting on the ribbon, and I got this gingham ribbon in black and white. You know, Dollar Tree sells it. I'm sure we've all seen it. I'm going to use that for one of them, and I'm just going to tie a simple shoelace bow. I'm going to cross it on there in a cross pattern, tie a simple shoelace bow and add a few things to it, and like berries or something, and then I'm going to use a different ribbon on the other one. I tell you, I have such a hard time with bows. I am bow challenged, I tell you. And also with wrapping gifts, I'm like that too. Just really challenged in that area. It's funny though, because it seems like other people do such a good job, and I'm just like fumbly fingers all the way. So I think that turned out nicely. I'm just going to clip that down, and then I'll add some other things to it to make it, you know, look more finished. And now here I am just adding some little flower stems and different things like that to the center of the bow. I'm going to start working on the other one, and I will show you what it looks like at the end of the video. Okay, so next, last year I got these snowflake ornaments from Dollar Tree, and I never really used them. So I had this bright idea. I always go in Bath and Body Works and I see those fancy round candle holders, and they hold their larger jar candles. But you know, they're pricey. They really are. So I said I'm going to try to make something that, you know, kind of looks like one of their fancy candle holders. So I'm going to take this bling wrap, and I'm going to wrap it around this Dollar Tree styrofoam round, and the bling wrap also came from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to hot glue it on there, and I apologize because sometimes I think I go out of the frame here, but I'm just hot gluing this all the way around this styrofoam round. And now I'm just going to trim off all those rough edges because it was a little bit off-centered. And I'm just going to trim that off with my scissors because it's going to be, you know, sitting on the, it needs to sit on a flat surface because the candle's going to be on it. So I just simply cut that off with my scissors and we'll move on to the next part. So next, I am going to glue, I think it's going to take five of these snowflake ornaments all the way around. And I also found a round mirror that I had in my stash, and I glued that on top so it will have a hard surface to sit on. And as you can see, I have 4 ornaments glued on, and now I'm going to glue on my last one with some hot glue. And this should hold with my candle being in there because I never leave them unattended, and I'm not going to, and it's not going to get hot on the outside of the jar, only inside the jar. So this all should hold and be okay, you know. And I'm just going to hot glue that on, and then we'll see what it looks like. I only had silver ornaments and silver bling wrap, but I bet this would look so pretty in gold. Maybe I'll try to find some gold ornaments and some gold bling wrap and try to make something like this in gold. I bet you that would be so beautiful. So I'm going to show you what this looks like with a candle in it at the end of the video. So next, I have so many of those little tiny 8-ounce water bottles. So I decided to try to make a little gnome out of it. I'm actually going to make 2. I'm going to first paint the outside of the water bottle with that red paint, that True Red by Deco Art. I'm going to cover up the bottle completely at the bottom and on the sides because that's going to be his body. And I'm going to paint both of them that way. And I will show you the next step in just a moment. So I'm just going to show you here how I stabilize these little water bottles because they're small and lightweight and I don't want them tipping over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these rocks that I got from Dollar Tree and I just put it inside of the bottle and I fill it up maybe about halfway, and that makes it stable enough so that it can sit on a shelf, sit on a tier tray, sit on my table without falling over. Alright, so now that they're all painted, this is what they look like, and they are dry. That was about one coat of paint, and it's covered good enough. So next, I got this mop head from Dollar Tree, and I just cut a portion of the corner of it off. This stuff is messy when you cut it. Oh, I have that. Those little white shreds are everywhere. But I'm going to glue it on the bottom of the bottle, and that will be my gnome's beard. I felt like this piece was a little too big and I made it smaller, but you'll see when I make the next one, I'm going to make his beard just a little bit bigger. And I think I like it with it being a little bigger, but we'll just go with this. So next I'm just going to take my hot glue gun and put it on the little piece of cloth, and then I'm going to glue it to the water bottle, and that will be my gnome's beard. And then I have this red fabric. I folded it in a triangle and I began to hot glue it on the top of the bottle. I really could have just left it in a square like I had it, because I only caused a little problem for myself when I did it in a triangle. It was hard to join the edges together, but we made it work. I just hot glued it all the way around and glued down the little spots that were sticking out, because when I folded it, I didn't fold it that perfectly, as you can see, but it worked out okay in the end. And now I have all those little white shreds everywhere. I'm going to clean those up, and I will show you what this little guy looks like when I get to the end of the video. Now I'm going to make the next little gnome, and as you can see, the beard is bigger, and I'm going to just do as I did before, hot glue it on. And this time when I hot glue, I'm putting the hot glue on the bottle. That seems to make more sense to me. And this time when I do the little hat, as you can see, I have all those little white shreds everywhere still. I'm going to, this time when I do the hat, I'm going to just leave it in a square and just glue it on all the way around. And it worked out so much better. And I will show you what this little guy looks like also at the end of the video. So next I wanted to make just a little sign out of this Dollar Tree plaque that says Merry Christmas. I have a lot of these little plaques that I picked up from Dollar Tree, and I figured I better use them now that Christmas is rolling around. And I'm going to use that same paint by Deco Art, the True Red, and I'm going to paint the entire sign red, and then I am going to put some wording on it once I get it painted. So next I found the image of Merry Christmas on my Cricut Design Space, and I cut that out with my Dollar Tree vinyl, and now I'm just going to place that on the plaque. I usually struggle with this, transferring things over onto items from my Cricut, so I am going to work with this, and then we will get the other word Merry and place it on top. And this is what it looks like when I got it all done. Merry Christmas. And next I'm going to make a bow out of this ribbon that I got from Dollar General. It's wired, it's red and white stripe, it's perfect. I love it. So I'm going to make a nice big bow to go on this, and I will hang the hanger, the jute twine hanger back on there, and we will see what it looks like at the end. And here is my little fancy dancy candle holder that I created. It actually looks like a crown kind of, doesn't it? It holds those large candles quite well. As you can see, it fits in there perfectly. And I'm going to light it so that you can see what it looks like. And I think it turned out nicely. Now that I'm looking at it, I probably could have added some more little jewels or gems on there. And I might just do that. But other than that, I'm happy. And here is my Merry Christmas sign with the bow that I made on top of it. I think that turned out beautifully also. And here are my two little nutcracker soldiers. Do you guys see their faces? I'm not good at painting faces at all, but I think they turn out cute. And I like their boots also with the little gold chains on there and the gold on the shoulders and the gold buckle. These little guys turned out nice. And here are my two little gnomes. I tied off the one's little hat with a ribbon and made a slight tassel at the top. And the other one, I took all those little fringes that I had cut off and I made a pom-pom at the top. I think they turned out really cute. I'm excited to make more of these with a different fabric and just embellish them a little more, but I like the one with the bigger beard. And here are my little present plaques. I think they turned out nicely also. I'm so happy with how all these holiday DIYs turned out, and I'm so excited for more holiday DIYs in the future. I want to remind everybody to be kind to yourself and also be kind to others.